Cosmic Girl 101 signing on for the Pisces Rising Astrology for the month of August 2024. Pisces Rising, you have two planets that rule your first house as a Pisces Rising sign. You have the planet Neptune and Jupiter as the lords of your chart. You're associated with yin, water, mutable energies as a Pisces Rising sign. I would like to extend my thanks before I get into the report for the month for you, purely because my channel is growing and I've reached over 12,000 views, and it's all thanks to astrology enthusiasts such as yourself. So thank you for all the likes, the shares and subscribes and all the views here on Cosmic Girl 101 YouTube channel. So first, let's talk about the slower planetary transits for the month of August. We have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. This is your 12th house, Pisces rising. And on the 1st of September, ingresses into a retrograde motion in the sign of Capricorn, your 11th house. Neptune, your planetary ruler, is retrograding in Pisces, your first house, and goes direct on December 7. Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. This is your third house and goes retrograde on the 1st of September. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, your first house, and goes direct on November 15. And Jupiter, your other ruling planet, is in the sign of Gemini, your fourth house, and goes retrograde in October. The first 3 weeks of August, the Sun transit Leo, your 6th house of work, health and services. This is a strong placement for the Sun in Leo, so if there's been any of those concerns for you, this is the time where the Sun will illuminate and have you directing a lot more of your time and energy towards that 6th house as a Pisces rising. On the 7th of August, the Sun is sextiling Jupiter, your ruling planet, in Gemini, your 4th house. The Sun is going to really illuminate the potential to create order out of chaos in a family or home dynamic. Real estate and property concerns can come up that are easier to deal with, that affect your day-to-day grind, and possibly anything to do with services and health and pets and getting on top of any health issues or ailments. This is the day when things can become easier that do have a knock-on effect with that home environment and family dynamic. On the 14th of August, we see the Sun conjunct retrograde Mercury in the 6th house. So when the Sun is conjuncting Mercury, there is a conversation, there is dialogue, there's an exchange of information, or at least there could be a backtracking, a recalibration going on in the workplace, services you provide with other people, health, pets, and co-workers as well is on the table here. But that strong Sun in Leo conjuncting retrograde Mercury, whatever is coming back for you to address, would not be anything new unless you've overlooked it or ignored it. On the 19th, we've got the Sun squaring Uranus in Taurus, your 3rd house. So a Sun square Uranus dynamic is just abrupt. It's odd and it could feel very disruptive on the 19th of August for you regarding communication, siblings, cousins that have an impact in regards to your everyday life, work and services and health. It's a tricky day for communication. Something's off here on this day that may need your immediate attention. On the 22nd of August, the Sun is leaving the sign of Leo and ingressing into Virgo, your 7th house, until the 22nd of September. The Sun in Virgo can have you very cutthroat about eliminating what's working and what's not in regards to relationships, be it intimate or professional, contracts, agreements, and negotiations. Virgo is highly critical, analytical, and likes details. So you could be having some very profound information or exchanges of conversations, or at least documents that need your attention, that are going to impact you and significant others. An interesting transit coming up for you as a Pisces rising. The 4th of August, there's a new moon in Leo. Pisces rising, are you ready for a new beginning? Things that need changing up in regards to your daily routines, the daily grind, connected to the 6th house topics of your health, co-workers, working, services you provide to other people, any sickness or illness, anything chronic that's been going on for a long time. This is the new moon to start and begin something fresh for yourself. May also bring in a new relationship. On the 19th of August, there's a full moon in Aquarius opposing that 6th house and the sun. And this is your 12th house of endings. So you may be ending a very long cycle of isolation, disconnection. You may be ready to look at your future in a more optimistic, logical way, and ready to integrate more with people if you felt that you have been distant or not available. This day could be the day where you start to feel like you need to connect more with your tribe, you need to integrate more with people and get on top of things that have been chronic in regards to isolation, loss, anything to do with addictions and self-sabotage. This is the day where you go, I am done. So a great month with these lunations for bringing in freshness and newness and releasing chronic old ways of being. Venus, our personal planet of love and pleasure and joy, well, she has been transiting in Leo, your 6th house of the daily grind. And on the 2nd of August, she squares Uranus and Taurus, your 3rd house. Because Uranus can be unpredictable, swift, and almost freedom-oriented, you may be feeling the need to break free from your everyday space. There could also potentially be an upset that needs your immediate attention regarding communication, technology, and also siblings and cousins that disrupt your daily routine. Just a difficult day to navigate. On the 4th of August, we see Venus ingressing into Virgo, her full position, your 7th house, until the 29th of August. So this is a swift transit for Venus, zooming through your 7th house. In her full position, unfortunately, opposing your 1st house. Why I say unfortunately is because Venus can be highly critical, analytic, and very discerning when it comes to the subjects of joy, partnership, relationship, contracts, agreements, and negotiations. So she could be cutthroat, she could be aloof, and feel very much like she needs to throw the baby out with the bathwater in the 7th house. So if you are feeling that you're on the edge in regards to difficulties with relationships, the contracts, or negotiations, this transit can help you eliminate anything that's not working for you regarding financial aspects of the connection, or even feeling like the values are on the same page. An interesting transit, but it is a quick one. On the 22nd of August, we see Venus squaring Mars in Gemini. So the 7th and 4th house in a square aspect. Venus and Mars are complete opposites. Venus wants unity and creates harmony. Mars creates separation, autonomy, and conflict. So the conflict is with the 7th house of partnership, agreements, and contracts, and your sense of pleasure, squaring the 4th house of home, family, real estate, and property concerns. This day could feel push-pull. There could be a lot of conflict that needs to be ironed out. If there are any nuances that need to be sorted, this day could have you dealing with it a lot quicker than you may have wanted to or anticipated. On the 27th of August, we see Venus trining Uranus and Taurus, your 3rd house. Things become more harmonious, but in a different way. There's been a change on the 2nd of August, and on the 27th of August, the changes now become more palatable, easier to digest regarding the daily grind, siblings and cousins, communication, teaching, learning, education. that's connected to your 7th house of agreements, contracts, negotiations, partnerships, and pleasure. On the 28th, Venus opposes retrograde Neptune, your ruling planet, in the sign of Pisces, your first house. Venus in full in Virgo, your 7th house, opposing your first house, that retrograde Neptune. If there has been things that you have been holding back or concealing or felt unsure about addressing, this is the day that you step forward boldly and speak your truth. A conversation or things that have been going on for some time behind the scenes may need to be addressed on this day that can disrupt significant relationships, contracts, and agreements, and your sense of joy and pleasure. On the 29th of August, Venus is ingressing into Libra, her domicile sign, your 8th house. Venus in the 8th house can be beneficial for establishing favorable, abundant contracts and negotiations that improve your assets and finances. Debt and taxes are easier to address or see even financial returns from investments, taxes, and assets. And on the same day, the 29th of August, Venus trines retrograde Pluto in Aquarius, that 12th house. This looks good for revealing something quite valuable from the past that is surprising and possibly creates a sense of freedom for you regarding the 8th house of resources. So a wonderful day to mark in your calendar, the 29th of August. Venus transiting in her home sign of Libra, your 8th house in domicile, is an aversion to your first house. So what you may overlook or not be really consciously aware of is the value in uniting with other people that can be lucrative for you in the future. Personal planet Mercury. Now, Mercury is all about communication. It's our cerebral landscapes. It's how we process information. We sit with ideas and concepts and ideologies, and we integrate with others, and we get some feedback, and we enjoy exchanges of information. And Mercury has a lot to do with commerce, finance, and markets. Well, Mercury's been transiting for you, Pisces rising, in your 7th house, being Virgo, in a very strong sign, because this is Mercury's exaltation sign and domicile sign. Mercury here can be really helpful for creating very certain, very knowledgeable data and information that gives you a sense of clarity, connecting to, I'm ready to anchor into a commitment or an agreement, or we have some conversations with significant relationships or partnerships, and even identifying our sense of joy and pleasure. Mercury here in a strong position of being in Virgo. This is good for just enjoying things like getting back into health routines, enjoying cooking, enjoying clearing out closets. It's a great transit for Mercury in that 7th house. This is where you may find joy and pleasure. Some people do. On the 5th of August, Mercury now goes into a retrograde in your 7th house. This is a good opportunity to have conversations that you may have overlooked, or purchase new possessions that you find pleasurable in regards to what you're doing on the day-to-day, and also looking at old negotiations and agreements, having a look at the finer print, looking at the details, or possibly weighing up, changing things up in dynamics between you and a significant relationship as well, being it professional or intimate. On the 7th of August, Mercury conjuncts Venus in full in Virgo. This day could potentially feel like you're losing a sense of unity with a relationship or agreement, feels like things are slipping through your hands, or a financial situation needs your attention. That can be unpleasant. On the 14th of August, we see a Mercury ingress retrograde in Leo, your 6th house. Mercury dipping back into your 6th house gives you some illumination in regards to creating more clarity regarding your day-to-day routine, especially with workers, co-workers, what you do on the daily grind, health issues, services you provide to other people. This can be useful in regards to, again, ironing out nuances or things that you may have overlooked regarding those 6th house topics. On the 24th of August, we see Mercury sextiling Mars in the sign of Gemini, your fourth house. Retrograde Mercury here can potentially have you looking at working from home or establishing new rules, new daily routines that feel more like you have control, or there is more discipline now being created on your day-to-day grind that helps your home environment, real estate and property concerns, and dynamics with family. It's a great day on the 24th of August. On the 28th, only 4 days later, Mercury then goes direct in your sixth house. So things have been sorted. We have had the conversations. We've gone over paperwork. We've readjusted any nuances between ourselves, others regarding agreements and contracts, our day-to-day, and we move forward confidently. Mercury in Leo makes bold declarations that are certain and feel close to the heart and is very passionate. So a nice turnaround at the end of the month of August when Mercury goes direct in Leo, your sixth house of the daily grind. Mars, the planet of passion, action, aggression, conflict. Oh, Mars can really get us going and initiate new beginnings. Well, Mars for you as a Pisces rising is transiting for the whole month of August in a direct motion in the sign of Gemini, your fourth house. Talk about activity. You could be bringing in a new lover. There could be someone, Marshall, stepping into your family environment that is very strong, very witty, very funny, but at times can be very aggressive, to be fair. If it's not someone that you're entertaining in your home environment, I wonder, Pisces rising, if there is conflict or passion going on around you in your family dynamic or connected to the topics of real estate and property concerns. Mars in Gemini is like direct speech, sharp intellect, quickening, quick action. So a lot of action going on in your fourth house of home, family, real estate, and property. On the 14th of August, Mars is conjuncting Jupiter, your ruling planet. This could be the day where you lose your shit or have some amazing sex. Quite simply, this is fantastic intimacy connected with you and a significant other, or a blow up that needs immediate attention. Whatever this is, it's going to be a dynamic day for you as a Pisces rising on the 14th of August. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off. Thank you for watching. I trust you have a fabulous month of August, Pisces rising, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.